Alright, this is Eyal and you're watching my first analysis video, which I decided to make because I love videos like Mother Basement's ones and I find metaphors in anime beautiful. I'm going to talk about a scene in IDOLiSH7 episode 9. It's gonna have spoilers obviously, so this is a warning. Let me just say IDOLiSH7 completely blew me away. I think I can say this is the best idol show I've watched, excluding Love Live. It's too different to compare. And I'm not just saying this like that. I've watched at least 6 idol shows before, and the sort of shows I love are dramas like Erased, Anohana or Sound Euphonium, which means the stuff that's really most important to me in anime is this sort of drama. In short, my point is that I think something amazing happened in the production of this anime. And if you haven't watched it and you like down-to-earth drama shows like the kind I do, I think this is a gem. I admire the way this anime was handled. I think it feels alive because of the way each scene was down-to-earth and no line was placed just because each character needs a line or something like that. And I hope studios are going to mark this as something inspirational. I hope this wasn't too much rambling. So to the point, I'm talking about the scene where Sogo and Tamaki fight. I wonder if I could just play this scene and I'll let you try to understand it on your own without offending copyrights. Here you go, see if you pick up on some stuff.
そうちゃん、あと頼む。
困るよ。頑張って。
あんた一人のが早い。
そうかもしれないけど、社長も言ってただろ。僕たちが頑張らないとみんなが困る。ちゃんとやり遂げて安心させてあげよう。
みんなね。
作業だけしてるから退屈なんだ。おしゃべりをしよう。
喋ってんじゃん。
そうじゃなくて、趣味とか好きなものとか。僕たちが仲良くなった方がファンも喜ぶってヤマトさんも言ってたし。
あんた人の言うこと聞きすぎじゃねえ。あんたが俺と仲良くなりたいって言うならまだわかるけどさ、人が言うから仲良くしたいなんてそんなの別に嬉しくねえし。
そんなつもりじゃ。
嘘つけ。そうちゃん俺のこと嫌いじゃん。
それは君だろ。言動の端々から伝わってくるよ。
どんな？
ガミガミだとかつまらないだとか悩みがなさそうだとか立っているだけでいいとかだよ。
そんなこと言ったっけ？
言った。
嘘。じゃあ謝るよ。許して。許した？
あのね。
はあ？怒んの？仲良くすんじゃねえのか？黙んなよな。なんか言えばいいじゃん。うざって。
いいかい玉木くん。僕は大人だから君みたいな振る舞いはできないんだ。
いい子ちゃんに見てもらいたいだけだろ。学校にもいるよ、そういう優等生。残念だったな。俺とうまくやって山さんに褒めてもらえなくて。
じゃがいもを握ってピーラーを構えて上から下に向けて下ろして目はピーラーの角で取り除いて。
Basically, I think the bowl of water represents Sogo's feelings. If you want, you could go back and watch it again, see what you notice now. Also, I'm pretty sure this shot is symbolic as well. You can try to analyze it now before I do. Yeah. You could see that exactly in the moment Sogo opens the tap and the flow of water, he asks Tamaki to talk some so they could bond. Basically, as he opens his heart, he opens the water flow, and I think the water resembles the things he's spilling in front of Tamaki. I now realize the bowl keeps them nice and tidy and in their place. You can see the shots are oddly focused on the water. That's a sign, and was a hint for me that it might have more meaning than just a feeling bowl. I personally believe Sogo when he says he really didn't only want to bond because that's what the other said. That was just a safe way to phrase that in this situation. As Tamaki calls him out, Sogo turns to him. Before that, Sogo was watching the bowl, and you could see how Tamaki's reply totally sent him out of watching the water flow, aka watching what he's opening up in front of Tamaki. Here, the fence frames them, looking like a gate keeping them away from each other and closing each of them in a square. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what the meaning of this shot is. So yeah, Sogo is looking at Tamaki, but Tamaki is looking down to the floor. Just like Sogo pays proper attention to Tamaki's feelings, while Tamaki is kind of on his own, only hearing what Sogo says but not looking at him and considering what he's saying is probably meant, given what Sogo seems like as he says things. I also noticed this light here going from Sogo's side in the direction of Tamaki but not reaching Tamaki. The light ends exactly where Tamaki's gate starts. So that makes me positive that it is symbolic and intentional. Maybe the light represents the things Sogo means. Failing to reach Tamaki. That makes sense because light lets us see things, the dark makes things hard to tell. And Tamaki is currently having a hard time telling what Sogo means. Maybe the light means positive things, which would mean Sogo is currently having more positive things in his life than Tamaki, who's looking for his sister. And Sogo's light can shine on Tamaki and make his part brighter, but it fails to reach in their current situation. In that case, the way the light is only in half of Sogo's side would also make sense, meaning that he seems like he is in a positive position. But really there's still a darker half people don't quite see, which is like how Tamaki always tells him he had everything going well in his life, so he wouldn't understand him, not knowing Sogo came from a problematic background of his own. You could also notice the bushes. They're much bigger and messier on Tamaki's side. On Sogo's they stay down. Maybe they're like troubles. I think the light meaning positivity makes more sense. The picture gives out the feeling that Tamaki is really in an uncomfortable and problematic position right now in comparison to Sogo. And Sogo is looking at him, trying to be there for him and reach out to him. Now Tamaki says he knows Sogo hates him, and in sync with Sogo replying that Tamaki is the one who hates him, the water starts to spill out of the bowl. I think the bowl kept the things Sogo is spilling out in front of Tamaki titty, and so the water spilling out of the bowl as he says he feels like Tamaki hates him is parallel to the way Sogo meant for this conversation to be about hobbies and bring them together, and now it's getting messy and harsh. The water was spilled out of his titty bowl because he wasn't watching it. The animation for the water here actually seems pretty brutal in a way, right?
それは君だろ。
I want you to pay attention to Tamaki's apology. He believes Sogo's accusations aren't made up and immediately acknowledges his mistake and apologizes, which is good, but he says it so casually, the same way you talk about anything else that's unimportant, like they're talking about eating sweets or something.
それは君だろ。言動の端々から伝わってくるよ。
どんな？
ガミガミだとか、つまらないだとか、悩みがなさそうだとか、立っているだけでいいとかだよ。
そんなこと言ったっけ？
言った。
嘘。じゃあ謝るよ。許して。許した？
あのね。
はあ？怒んの？
Well then, I'm sorry. Is not this sort of apology you tell somebody after making them feel hated. His eyes are tired and effortless, and so is his body language. It seems like a slacked off apology. Asking him, so do you forgive me? Like the problem is this basic. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm too much on Sogo's side. I understand Tamaki and I think he isn't to blame for this at all. But yeah, Sogo is being treated disrespectfully. Sogo gets a little offended, you can tell by his face, but he keeps it together and starts to explain, I suppose, why it's not this easy. Tamaki gets upset, and he's saying that he thought Sogo wanted to get along, so why does he make a problem out of this instead of accepting his apology and getting along? Perfectly makes sense for his view, but totally shows the problem and why Sogo couldn't forgive him just a second ago. He didn't properly understand how would this hurt Sogo, and how does that make their whole interaction as a duo problematic. thinking of how the scene of theirs with the Desserts TV show went, where Sogo got completely shoved to the side by Tamaki, I realized how this problem affects their whole interactions and doesn't only hurt Sogo's feelings, but also hurts every situation of theirs as a duo, making it uneven and unhealthy. Sogo doesn't say anything because he doesn't want to say something wrong. Tamaki misunderstands and thinks he's giving him the silent treatment on purpose like a drama queen, then throws his potato into the water bowl in anger. I think this just shows the disrespect Tamaki showed towards the feelings and things Sogo spilled out in front of him. The bowl is filled with all the things Sogo said and the feelings Sogo opened up, and Tamaki throws his potato at it, basically disrespecting this bowl. He also caused the water to splash out, sort of like the way he didn't only not get what these waters Sogo spilled out for him mean, but he also shoves away a part of the problem, like kicking those waters out, not acknowledging part of the problem Sogo brought up. If it seems sort of not quite right, try to think that Sogo spilled out all that water for him, and this is the only treatment we see Tamaki giving the water, hurting it and not giving it respect. Tamaki spit on the hurt feelings Sogo brought up to him. As Sogo says he isn't going to play this game, seeing this conversation has no potential and is only going downhill from here. Sasuga, Sogo-senpai! He closes the water flow. This happens at the exact same moment. The moment he closes the water is the moment he says he isn't going to speak like this. Just like the moment he opened it and the moment he asked Tamaki to have a talk were simultaneous. We see the tap closed with the last water drops dropping. Again, just makes it clear that this isn't in the background. I really love these sort of scenes that resemble what's going on under the surface of the things they're saying through minor casual things the characters are doing, because these things really convey just that. The talk is like something casual we do, built from casual lines and seeming ordinary, but these talks hold much more meaning than that, and that's just the beauty of these metaphors, seeming most ordinary possible, but if you look into them they convey so much unspoken stuff, and that's just the beauty in Slice of Life. And that's just the beauty of how symbolism makes me just feel things that are harder to convey on the surface. Cause in our lives, these things are not things that are on the surface. And so, these are not things that could be expressed on the surface. Of course, you shouldn't hate Tamaki because of this. He was oblivious to this whole thing and acted like this because he misunderstood the situation and didn't understand the meaning of stuff, not the right meaning of stuff. And he didn't act like this because he was mean. These type of situations happen a lot in our lives, I think to all of us. Just not getting what the other is saying and not being on the same page with others. I suggest you watch for whether you're being Tamaki if sometimes you feel like you don't understand why somebody is acting so irrationally. Like Tamaki didn't get why is Sogo being such a drama queen. Well, honestly, that's not what happened there. Simultaneous.
Simultaneous.
Today I learned how to spell simultaneous. Oh my god. Simultaneous. That was just a safe way to phrase that. Help me. Yeah, and thank you very much for what. Gosh. See what you notice now. Help me. I had no idea how to make this video good since I have. Help me. I cough. Shut up, you stupid dog! Oh my god! So sa glory days かけるけたい声が響くなら人願いは運命になるよ Oh stage かけるくだら